in and like, why is she looking at the screen? It's because I'm doing the shares. Sorry. So it's not so early Saturday morning, and I had one of my bright little thoughts that I just could not wait to come and talk to you guys about and go a little bit deeper into this. And I will tell you now that this will either be a lot YouTube video or a podcast episode. You guys know I always repurpose everything, which is kind of what we're going to talk about a little bit. So you will hear or see, or you'll see this again. So I want to talk about, have you guys read the book Profit First? Or have you heard, even if you didn't read it yet, have you heard of the book Profit First? Profit First, and of course, I don't have it around here. I listened to it on audio myself. I listen to everything audiobooks. I'm all about the audiobooks. Um, Hold on one second. I'm in the wrong group. Not for this live. I'm in the wrong group trying to share. So if you read the book Profit First, it's a really good book that talks about how you should pretty much manage your money and manage your profits, manage expenses in your business to create long-term wealth, long-term sustainability, and pretty much create a business that works. And I'll go a little bit about that. And this is not a deep dive into Profit First because I am not the Profit First girl. And it's funny, I'm going to tell you why I'm not the Profit First girl. And the similarities I'm seeing with Profit First and Content First. And I kind of almost had to check myself this morning. You ever had those times when you got to check yourself? So I'm doing horrible at sharing this, my usual. If you're on, share this. Make sure you share it out because I'm apparently doing really bad at this. Let me share it on my page. Just got that. I realized I got to start putting like a little quote or something. All right. I will just put that there. And then in my groups, I will put, I don't have music in the background. I know some of you are like, why don't you just put a little bit of music on? Yeah, I still don't know how much Facebook likes that. So I don't do what I really know Facebook doesn't like. On live now. All right, cool. So everybody in the mother's not getting this morning. I will show up to my members because, you know, they're my peoples. I'll make sure my peoples are always taken care of. These messages are getting shorter and shorter as I write them. So, for those who are not familiar with me, my name is Akila Tompkins Robinson. I am the founder here of Girl Get Visible, the author of my SEO workbook, and my whole goal and business and everything I do is about helping you to drive traffic and sales to your business, mainly using SEO and content and a bunch of other good strategies, but most of all, using your expertise, using what you know, growing your visibility, growing your authority in your space, and pretty much getting out there, getting found, and getting visible. You guys hear me say that 50 billion times, and you will hear it 50 billion more. So let me tell you the backstory of how this all came up. Because you know me, there's always a backstory. Hey, Cynthia. Hey, Barbara. How you guys doing? So as you know, I teach content creation, and I will start with saying that it is not the easiest thing to teach people to, you know, get on your blogs, create content for your site, get on podcasts. You know, people never really want to do that work. People feel that, you know, I can just get on Facebook or I can just go on groups, I can go on Instagram, I can do all these really quick and dirty things. And that's exactly what they are, quick and dirty things. And they never last. And so a lot of my job is not just teaching you how to do it, but also teaching you why you should do it and getting you past the quick and dirty thing mentality. And so this morning, a series of things happened. I was doing my little scrolling in the morning. If you guys follow me or you're my members, you know a lot of things seem to happen on my timeline in the morning. Because one of the first things I do is answer my members, talk to members, scroll about this and that, look at different things, and This morning in my membership, we were talking about the coronavirus and what's going on with the virus and what's going on with people. Feels dirty. It is a little dirty sometimes, and not dirty like it's bad, but dirty like it's hard, dirty like it's gritty, dirty like it's not well refined, it's not put together, and mostly dirty like you don't want to stay dirty, right? You don't want to stay that way. It's not supposed to be unsustainable, dirty things going on all the time. So that's what I mean when I say dirty. Not that it's like horrible dirty, but it's you're not going to stay this way. You should not always be doing the hardest and hard things to get your business to be up and running and making profit and all the other good things. Hey, Lashonda, how you doing? So that's what we're going to talk about. Like I said, if you guys have not shared, make sure you share this out. If you're watching the replay, you made it past the first few minutes when I was sharing something. Make sure you share this out too and tell them to pass the first few minutes, right? So back to the whole profit first thing. So if you've not heard about profit first is and like I said, I don't have the book in front of me. I have it on my Audible. I really do. But it's a really popular book, especially amongst entrepreneurs. Every couple of months, it's funny because it's been out for a while. It's been out for a couple of years, and every couple of months, I'll find somebody who'll post something like, "Have you guys read or heard about Profit First?" And like it's their new discovery. I'm trying to find if I actually have it in my Audible right now. I'm sure I can find it though. But so Profit First is a pretty good book. And Profit First talks about putting your profits first, like exactly what it says, but it's a whole pretty much profit system. Here's the book. Can you guys see it? Yeah. Profit First by Mike Makawalowitz, right? So, and this is not like a huge endorsement of the book because, like I said, I'm not even doing as much. Um, but no, I know you're teasing, Cynthia, but it's a good point that it's not like the dirty hard work dirty. It's like we shouldn't say dirty, right? So Profit First talks about putting your profit first and managing your money so that you're not always in a feast and famine type mode. So you're not always like, I got to cover all my expenses. And then, at the end of the day, let me see what I got left. And then at the end of the day, I'm broke and I'm pretty much just working to pay to work, which is crazy, right? So that's pretty much what Profit First talks to people about, right? The whole feast and famine mode. And I saw a post, I don't know if I saw a post about this or just popped in my mind about this, but at the same time, I was talking in my group this morning about content we could create around what's going on. And then I'm looking at different articles and posts that are being shared around what's going on. And this is like for almost anything that goes on. I mean, like there's constantly this, especially this year. If you guys have not listened to my podcast episode about focus, I definitely recommend listening to that podcast episode about focus because this year has been like focus hell. Like everything just keeps popping off every other week. There's a new death, there's a new tragedy, there's something good maybe happening. Like there's an outbreak. Like we are just not doing well in terms of being able to focus, and not to mention with the elections going on like always in the background buzzing in your ear. But this is also a really good time for content creation, and this is really when it's starting to get important of where are you creating your content. So content creation is creating anything. Like this live is content, a blog post is content, a share on a Facebook group is content. So it's creating things that people can consume, people can learn from or interact with or get to know you better with in a business sense. So content creation is a lot of different things. And where I see people really falter is where they create their content, and more importantly, where they create it at first. So this is where I get to the content first type of thing. So in my model, when I teach SEO, when I teach content creation, I teach just like they do in Profit First. I teach create content on sustainable platforms like your blog, a podcast, a YouTube, which you don't really feed into your blog, but to get people back to your site, to get people in your wheelhouse of where your profits are going to be made, and to get people like in your own space, and then take that content and farm it out to other places. Even as if you were on when I first started, I said this is going to become a blog of YouTube or a podcast episode. I haven't decided which one I'm putting this on, but I'm already talking about where this is going to go to live on, be sustainable, and to really help to continue to flourish my business. I am not going to leave it on a temporary platform. And I liken this to what they teach in Profit First because that's what's going to be sustainable. And it's also what's so hard. People cannot get out of the feast and famine mode. And the same thing with content. They're like, oh, I got to quickly put this in my group. Or, oh, I got to put this in, some big prolific post that's like 2 pages long on some Facebook status that's only going to last no more than a few days if I'm lucky. Maybe a few weeks if I pay for it. And they create these things in these non sustainable places where your content is pretty much getting washed outside, in the ocean. I have a really funny GIF. If you guys have been on any of my webinars. Hey, Famira. Hey, Therese. How you guys doing? If you've ever been on any of my webinars, I have a really funny GIF of a guy takes somebody's cell phone and they throw it out in the ocean. And so you see when the cell phone hits the ocean, it makes like a splash, and then it ripples, ripples, and the people on the beach are like, ah, because your cell phone just got in the ocean, right? But the point is that it makes a big splash and then it ripples to never be seen again. Never be seen again. That $1,000 phone, and I don't even know how much their phone costs, but iPhones are not cheap anymore. But that $1,000 phone is never to be seen again, never to make calls again, and never to be typed on again. Like it's gone. Like you're never going to see it again. And that is what's happening with a lot of your content. You're creating all of this great, dope, amazing content every single day. And some people are really doing it every single day, and then you're throwing it out into the ocean that we call Facebook, or the ocean we call Instagram, and it's never to be seen again. No one can find it, no one can see it, and unless you go and fish it out and try to do some things, shake it off or do whatever to get more eyeballs on it, it just doesn't. So that's why I think, and I promote and I'm telling you guys, you should do content first. Content on your platforms first. You've got to get out of the feast and famine, I've got to hurry up and get this out there kind of thing, to getting into more of a, where is this going to live and be sustainable? So I gave a whole bunch of ideas to my group this morning. My members that are on, hey guys, Joyce, I see you're on. You got an idea too, so go look at the group. I tagged a bunch of you guys. I was thinking a lot this morning. That's what I do. If you guys are my members, you would know that sometimes I wake up and I have ideas for them and I don't hold back. I just give them. So this morning I had lots of ideas, but one of the things I said was, put this on your site, make a blog post, do whatever you're going to do for it, put it on your site, and then take that and share that into your groups. That is content first. That is putting it first someplace where that it's sustainable, where that people are going to continue to see it and find it and come back to it. And then you share it all the other places so that now people can see it, find it, and they can share it with the next person. Most of the articles, most of the posts that I've seen about the virus, about the elections, about Elizabeth Warren, you guys know I'm a Warren supporter, or at least I was until a couple of days ago. Everything that I've seen about this, guess what it's been? It's been a blog post that was shared. Let me say that again. Everything that I've seen, the things I saw about Kobe, the things I see about the cruise lines, the things I'm seeing about everything that is going on is a blog post that is being shared. Like, who right now is having a huge aha moment? I'm having an aha moment telling y'all, and I already knew this, right? But it is a blog post that is being shared, meaning someone created something on a sustainable platform, and that something has rippled out so many times that now I'm seeing it, or you're seeing it, or the next person's seeing it, and then I'm sharing. The same thing with the whole post about honeypot. The honeypot. Get me if I'm wrong, guys. You guys know I'm horrible with the names, but you guys know the brand that was being sold at Target, and then there was a big to do that started like really rippling when people started writing blog posts about it. Every big major Black blogger wrote about it, and next thing people running to Target to buy their products. You want to know why your business can't get support like that? I actually saw some posts like that, which is kind of crazy, but why your business can't get support like that? Because you don't have content like that. Like, that's just what it is. With the whole finger, yes. You don't have content like that. So you don't have things that people are able to grab hold on, share out, share out, share out. All you got is a good post in a group. All you've got is a good post like in your own group, which isn't even public. And I don't want you to make your groups public. So I don't want you guys, don't misconstrue this. Get a website, So put the things that you want to live, put the things that's sustainable, put the things that you want to keep. Keep thinking about, where's my content going to go first before I put it all out here. That's essentially like if they had put out a little string around that phone and threw it in the ocean, and that way they could keep throwing it back and keep throwing it back. Other people could leave, follow that string. Keep my analogies all together, right? But that is essentially what that is. That is essentially taking all of your amazing thoughts, of your amazing experience, your amazing expertise that you are sharing every single day. The problem is not that you're not smart enough or good enough, you don't know enough. You've got all of this, you're sharing it every single day, but you're refusing to put it someplace where it's sustainable. And I get it. The same reason why people read Profit First and don't do it, because they're afraid that if they don't put enough money up front, don't do this feast and famine thing, that they're not going to make more money later. Like, if I don't do this, then I'm not going to. They don't trust the process. They don't see how it's working. And although so many of your 6 and 7 figure folks that you listen to will tell you that I am, podcasting, I am blogging, I am doing Profit First, we see all of this stuff. And for some reason we think, oh, no, 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 no. I need to only post in my groups. I need to put everything there first. Or we think I'll start that once I've got profits, or I'll start putting content once I've got the good content to put up there. How's that working out for us? Because for most people, it's not working. Actually, for no people, it's not working. I don't know not one 6, 7 figure person who doesn't have some type of sustainable platform, some type of good website somewhere, even if it's just a couple of pages, some type of podcast, maybe they got a YouTube channel, and they'll say, I didn't start with a website. They'll say that. Oh, I didn't start with this. Yeah, but you got it. Once you figured out you needed it, you got it. So why tell people not to start with the things that you figured out that you needed along the way? Pretty much you're telling everybody to start slow like you did. Okay? Right? Did I mention I have not had coffee? I have not been to Starbucks yet this morning. I'm a little raw when I do not have Starbucks. I tell you guys that. So I'm gonna read through the comments. You guys are commenting a lot. Hey guys. Profit First. Yes, accountants hate it. Well, accountants would hate it because you guys are the ones who really know how we should be doing things. But when it's just you doing it and trying to figure it out, I'm gonna say putting money in some buckets to the side. I mean, most businesses do. You sustain what you need and then you figure out, what you're gonna do next. Yes, with the whole finger. Hey Therese, yes, light bulb moment. Yes, I want your content definitely out of your group, Robert. We already had conversations. So yes. So that's what I want to talk about. So this morning, I just wanted to talk to you guys about putting your content first, putting your content on those sustainable platforms. The next time you're thinking this is a good idea and I need to talk about this, do not run to Instagram. Do not run to Twitter. Do not run to Facebook. I want you guys to take that and run to your sites. Run home with that. Put it in your place, which will literally only take a few minutes more than if you put it in one of those platforms first. And then when you do share the thing that you created. Because not only does it get you more content out there, not only does it get you content that can be found over and over and over again. I have people who find things that I did back in 2015. If I had put something on Facebook back in 2015, actually, of course, I've got stuff on Facebook in 2015. People never see it. I just had a conversation with someone today. We were having a pretty good conversation. And at the end, she was like, when you come out with a program about this, let me know. And I said, well, I haven't done a program yet, which I haven't. And I said, but I do have a podcast episode. And I went and searched my site. Bam, here's your link. I don't have to recreate it. I don't have to re-say it. I went and found something that I already put it together. It's already on my platform and I sent it to her. And so now she's going to go to my website. And you know what happens when people go to your website? You ever go into a store and you're like, oh, I'm just going to look around. I'm not really going to buy anything. I'm just here to look. I'm just here to look. I'm just going to browse. We do that all the time, right? That's what happens when people go to your website. They start browsing. And what do you do when you're browsing? You start making a mental note of the things you're going to come back to buy. And then if you browse long enough, then you actually stop and buy something. Like, I didn't really need that new blue dress, but I'm going to buy that new blue dress. Or in the back of your head, I'm like, okay, this is the store to come back to for cute blue dresses. So I'm already making all these mental notes, not because I saw it floating by me in a Facebook group. And then I got to go figure out who said that. What was that? Oh, I don't remember the name. But because they came to my site and they're starting to look around, they're starting to browse. You want more browsers on your site and less browsers on your Instagram and your Facebook feeds. I'm just going to say that. This is my favorite emoji. I just want y'all to know that. So when you see a little shrug girl, know that this is me at home because she is my favorite emoji. But that's what you want. You want those people browsing on your space and not browsing on Mark's space. You just don't want it. So I say all that to say I'm going to go this morning. I have a live event coming up I will be telling you guys about soon. I'm actually going to go see a venue for it, so I'm super excited. And a lot of great things are coming up in April. And if you don't have content ideas, although I just gave you a whole bunch of content ideas, the newsreel is giving you a whole bunch of content ideas. I do have 101 blog post ideas for you. So if you go to girlgetvisible.com/101blogs, it will give you 101 things that you can start with. And then you can start creating your content first. If you need to start at the very, very beginning of all of this. So yes, Joyce, I have not had my coffee. I'm running a little slow this morning. I was too busy typing. When you're creating quotes, should we worry about not having graphics for it? No, absolutely not. No, I'm glad. That's a good question. Don't ever worry about not having graphics for it. I'm going to tell you, here's all my secrets, right? That ain't really that secret because we can look at my graphics and see. If I don't have a graphic for something, I use a picture of me. I might use one doing this, right? So I go and I've got 50 billion selfies, 50 billion photos. I'm always taking photos. I use a picture of me if I don't have a graphic for something. If I don't have a picture of me, I have a subscription to Deposit Photos. I love Deposit Photos. They're free. Not free, but you buy the subscription and they're commercial use stock images. I go and find some other cute little black girl. Usually black, sometimes other people, but usually black because it's like me, right? But I go and find a picture of some other little cute girl on Deposit Photo and I use a picture of her. Or I use a picture of, like, I have used the pictures of my records that my husband buys me. We like vinyl. I have used pictures of, hourglasses. Like, you don't have to have some cute, perfect picture. Like, don't ever get hung up on, I can't have a blog post because I don't have a picture. And real talk, you can put things on your blog without the picture if you really don't have a picture. Because what Google's going to see, what your people are going to see, what folks are coming to your site for are the words, the content, the information. They are not saying, oh, there's no pretty picture with that. I'm not going to read this whole article that's going to give me the things I need to get to the day because there's no pretty picture to go with it. And when all else fails, you are your pretty picture. Let's get them used to looking at you, right? So, good question, though, Barbara. Very good question. But I don't ever want you guys to get stuck on the picture. Yes, that's another one. Thank you, Mira, for that one. Pexels is another one. Great free resources. There was another site. I don't know if they're still around. Was it Color Shots? Thing like that. I downloaded. They used to send out like a couple of photos free every month. I've got months of their free photos. So yes, don't ever get stuck on a photo. If nothing else, go like this. Take a photo and send that out. I don't want you guys ever to get stuck on a photo. That is like a never, 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 don't ever do this. All right. So I will talk to you guys later. My screen just did something. I will talk to you guys later. Bye, guys. Have a good rest of the day.